This is Lego food. This is Lego dressed as food, and today I'm trying to invent my very own Lego bricks that are made out of food, but we'll see how that goes. So here's the new series of collectible Lego minifigures, and as always, there just has to be one cosplaying as some random food. This time, a carrot that the comment's named Garrett. Underneath his costume, he's got bright orange hair, farmer overalls, and a sign making it painfully obvious what we'll be building for him. A zamboni. No, just kidding. Based on the sign and a ton of your suggestions, Garrett will be selling his farm fresh carrots in the 24ville farmers market. Except there's a twist. Our success in making edible Lego bricks out of real life food will directly determine Garrett's sales. If we can pull this off, he'll be rich. But if we fail, it could mean the end of his business forever. No pressure. So I speed ran to the grocery store to give Garrett a shower and collect all the ingredients we'll need to cook up the perfect Lego food. There's a lot at stake here, so I got to work preparing some carrots for brickification. Cutting cubes out of them, we can carve a stud on top and a hole into the bottom.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
So I cut slices to make about 10 more, and they're just the worst. You can kind of stack them, but they don't stay together. So you could build a wall or a tower with them, but not much else. I even tried making a 1x2 brick using a longer chunk, but that was even worse. None of the bricks are the same size as each other because I have terrible accuracy, and carrots are obviously cone-shaped, so it doesn't quite work that way. Garrett tried his best to sell this garbage, but we're gonna have to do better than that if he's gonna make it in the extremely competitive 24ville farmers market. We've got all the new base plates laid out, and I built this leafy archway entrance to the plaza where all the different stands will go. I am super excited about this city and all the insane plans we have for it in the future, but for now, it's time to meet Garrett's first competitor, Franklin Furter, the hot dog salesman. His little cart has everything needed to craft the perfect glizzy, and people are buying them like crazy, which gives Garrett an idea. I got a pack of old-fashioned natural casing wieners, let's try to be mature about this, guys, boiled some water to gently place them in, and soon they were ready to carve into 1x1 bricks, 1x2 bricks, 1x3, 4, 5, 6, even 1x7 bricks. The length was starting to get concerning though, so I just turned my remaining dogs into a more average size that stack much better than whatever this is.
I'm just gonna leave this here.
They even kind of work with the carrot bricks, giving us 2 different colors to work with now. Garrett upgraded his stand into a cart for no particular reason, and then spent all day watching the crowds flock to buy Franklin sausages instead of his. Even worse, more competition has arrived. Capricorn, the corn salesman. And I know the meme has been dead for months, but if anyone knows an easier way to shuck corn and get all the little hairs off, I am all ears, because this is super tedious. But we've got our cobs now, and they're almost impossible to work with raw, so I tried cooking the rest because 1, it's delicious, and 2, softening them up made it slightly easier to carve them into corn bricks. Surprisingly, these ones actually kind of stay together. So I built up Castle Crunch out of all the pieces we've made so far. I also tried to make a corn boat that kind of floats, but thankfully the boat that brought Capricorn to 24ville was much safer. Also bringing everyone from our previous city, 23ville, along, who you might spot here and there, including his son, Cornelius. They've got an adorable little father-son stand thing going on here, attracting tons of customers. And you know what that means, Lego popcorn. Except you can't cut it without everything just disintegrating, and the only thing you can really build is a pile. So maybe it's not the product he copies, but rather the cute kid. Baby carrots, it's foolproof. I even got some real ones to try to turn into bricks, but clearly most of them are way too small to do anything with, so I just made a lightsaber out of this one.
I am your father.
References aside, I really missed having a train track going around the city. I want to actually build a new train for it in the future, but for now we've only got the non-motorized old one, which brought Garrett his very first customer, who turned out to just be the Pepper costume fan we're naming Piper, joining the market herself. Her stand even has fire and a small 22 tube screen sign, bringing in loads of sales. So I got some hot peppers that look just like her. They aren't that hot, but since they're obviously hollow, that really limited what I could actually make with them. Nope, sorry, we're not doing that again. Yeah, this isn't working out. So luckily, Piper is also selling mushrooms alongside the forest elf named Elwood and his shroom entourage. I did not have high hopes for these, and 30 minutes and 1 plumber later, my fears had come true. Their weird spongy texture didn't leave much room for error, so I decided to just paint the last one into rad shroom instead. For some reason, these Lego items aren't flying off the shelf as expected, even with the screen Garrett installed. And now, oh no, here comes Giorgio, the pizza man, rolling in with his food truck, and professional chefs Poncho and Cliff on staff to dominate the competition. And that can only mean one thing.
Pizza time.
I'm cutting it into square slices like an absolute madman and using these things as Lego plates. Bricks were clearly out of the question, and it's good to have wide, flat pieces in our arsenal to give Castle Crunch some new carpeting. And speaking of the floor, all these stands have kind of been thrown willy-nilly around here, so I spent some time rearranging everything and marking off plots for future stands to go before tiling off a walkway all around the market with plenty of studs for customers to stand on. There's even a nice grassy area in the middle with a picnic table they can sit at and eat as much of Giorgio's pizza as they can buy. Garrett suddenly decided decided what he really needed now was a food truck to drive more sales. I'm just using this Lego city set for now, but we'll continue to customize and upgrade it over time, especially since these things aren't selling. He even got kicked out of his parking space since it's reserved for even more competition, Willy and Wonka, with their ice cream truck selling all sorts of delicious and lucrative desserts. The perfect opportunity for Garrett to get in on. So I got all these rubber mold things to try something a little different with chocolate. We can melt it down and pour it into these things to create surprisingly accurate bricks and minifigures that we can carve cute little faces into.
Oops, broke a brown piece.
This has been our biggest success yet, and the molds can also work as ice cube trays to cool your drink. They kind of work to make jello blocks too, but the results on that one are mixed. I've shown off this edible Lego candy before. It's still incredible how it works. And you've probably all seen this Lego waffle maker already at this point, but I decided to give it a try anyways. And now we've got the bricks to add a sturdy foundation onto Castle Crunch. Except no one wants to buy desserts from a truck with a carrot on it, so Garrett tried giving out free samples, but that didn't work. So he tried decorating the truck to look more like Willy and Wonka's, but that just put him on a list. So abandoning all hope, he and his son just pushed it into the river and watched his dreams sink away. This carrot business has been in Garrett's family for generations, but he just can't figure out how to live up to what came before him. The heck did he come from? This is Chuck, the chicken man, who totally ruined the moment there, but his new establishment, Brick Filet, gave Garrett the inspiration he needed to keep trying. He sells chicken, obviously, and eggs, including Easter eggs, green eggs, and this weird egg he found in the desert. Normally all this extra competition would be terrible, but he's closed on Sundays, leaving the perfect gap in the market. Comment below which came first, the chicken or the egg. According to Chuck, it's chicken. But I love how accurate the Lego piece is, with removable legs to eat, wings, and a spot to hold it. Trying to actually make bricks out of chicken is next to impossible, but at least my dog appreciated the rejects. Eggs, on the other hand, have over 100 different ways to cook, so even though stacking raw ones won't get us very far, I can poach them to get that perfect carving consistency in 2 different colors even. Garrett waited patiently until Sunday, then opened up his brand new stand. Except at this point, the merchandise was getting a little moldy, so he decided an animal mascot might help him recover. He dressed up his son, and I got this Lego rabbit set. But that just started terrorizing the entire market until the Green Ninja came to the rescue. She kicked some cottontail before revealing her true identity as Penelope. Her pea stand has a traditional bamboo roof made with a bunch of these flex tubes banded together, and people love it for some reason. I'm not crazy enough to try to split peas into bricks, but since Penelope also sells all sorts of stuff, I decided to just go through a smorgasbord of Lego food pieces that haven't been made into costumes yet. Apples worked amazingly, and I built this little throne out of them. Pineapple, though, was much more painful. This is like a lizard. Peeled grapes are kind of nasty to handle, but actually worked out great. I'm surprised they don't make pumpkin spice Lego in the fall. They do literally everything else. Cherries made an excellent Gary the Snail, just like the Lego pieces used, and I channeled my inner cheesy studios, turning this block of cheese into a Lego Minecraft world. What do you think? To make it stand a little more zen, Garrett added this relaxing fountain using clear blue studs for water. It actually brought in a huge crowd, but not to buy anything, they just wanted to watch the waterfall. Speaking of which, I've always wanted a waterfall in one of our cities, so I ordered a ton of these big ugly rock pieces, or burps, and raised up this massive cliff across the table. This creates an elevated portion up here for future houses to go, a waterfall we'll have to build at some point in time, and best of all, a train tunnel. I even got some spare electronics to get it up and running again, and but as cool as this is, there's still a lot of work to do on the cliffside, and the train also brings with it Garrett's arch nemesis, the Fruit Bros, Watto and Ben Nanner, who have a tropical cabana stand.
I'm bananas for cabanas.
It's inspired by that horrible watermelon level in Mario Sunshine with a flexible palm tree and these fruit signs on top. I was originally going to use this set as Willy and Wonka's ice cream truck, but this sticker, if we cut it out, is perfect for these guys. They're going in the sandy corner here, where everyone's conveniently already lined up, so they can buy some extremely carvable fruits, like bananas. They're great for monkeys, great for Mario Kart, and great for making bricks to expand Castle Crunch's towers. Watermelons even have enough mass to make 2x2 bricks for once, which I turned into an entryway for the castle. And as all the customers file out of the farmer's market exit for the night, it has not been the greatest day. After all Garrett has been through, all the ideas he's tried and tried and tried, nothing worked. He's a failure.
I'll take the entire stock.
Unless? Okay, nope, yeah. Trying to turn food into Lego was a bad idea. But Garrett's not going down without a fight. And the food mascot people always have each other's back. Stop him!